Hello heroes, welcome back to another video. Today I have a special treat with you. I'll be bringing on my sister, Mel Chant. We're going to be talking about so many great things, from our morning routine to not letting limiting beliefs stop us, how do we get over our fear and anxiety. So stay tuned for this great conversation. And if you're not already signed up to my email list, make sure you sign up by clicking the link in my description box below so you don't miss out on my different money tips.
Oh, Mel.
Hey, thanks, girl. What's up?
I feel weird calling you Mel because I just know you.
You know what's funny? I was signing a book today for Sheila, and I said Lissa. You know, in every book I put like Mel Chanté, and I was like, should I put Mel Chanté? But I'm just so used to family calling me Lissa. So
Yes. So everyone, this is my beautiful younger sister, Melissa. As she also goes by Mel Chante. I'm so used to calling her Lissa, but she is a poet. She's a creator and a marketer as well. You're so many amazing things, and also the founder of a platform called Bow to Self.
yes.
And you said you call yourself a creator versus a creative. Could you explain why?
I am creative, but I'm also a creator. So creative, I see it as like me kind of weaving ideas, and a creator is kind of me creating the ideas. So I like to think that I'm a co-creator of the things that come to me, and the ideas that come, I believe they come from a higher source. So I'm co-creating with God.
Oh, I love that. You're creating the life that you want. You're one of the people that inspire me. You know, you left home, you had you were living in Boston, then you just had this vision for your life that you wanted to move to New York City. So you saved up money, you moved to New York City, you wanted to be a poet. You didn't have a book at the time. You wasn't really doing poetry on a larger scale like you are now. And like you were just able to just push past those fears and anxieties that you had and just set this wonderful intention for your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that a lot of people are in a place where, you know, they're filled with anxiety. They have things that they want to do, but for some reason they're not, you know, creating, or they're not being the creators of their life because there's just something that they feel like is stuck and holding them back.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to bring you on here because you're like one of the people that I think of that are really great at just, you know, setting their intention, setting their vision for their lives, and then just moving about life in a calm way, like not letting the worries of the world weigh you down. And you're still able to like push forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that.
Okay. I didn't know if there was a question coming.
No, there's no.
But I know what you mean, girl. But yeah, you know, I think that the fears and anxiety and worry and stuff, like I was thinking about this today, how it's there, you know, because people have been DMing me lately about poetry, and they're afraid to share it. You know, how do I go about sharing it? You know, stuff like that. But like, the fear is not going to go away. You know, the fear is always like, it's going to be there. So it's like, what are you going to do with that? Are you going to let it stop you, or are you going to just like go with it? You know, just like learn to kind of pocket it somehow. I just believe that, you know, I just believe in my dreams. I believe in the words that I say. And I believe that if I believe it, you know, it's just going to happen. So why even worry? I shouldn't even be stressed. If I say that I trust God, I just got to trust God, you know, and I've seen the trajectory of me just like, you know, writing down my intentions and believing that it's going to happen and praying about it and meditating and having like this system of like, this is my intention and it's going to happen, you know, just like literally like this is happening, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's just literally how I kind of adjusted my mindset.
I love that. And before we get into like a morning routine, and if people are waking up with anxiety, how do they actually just, you know, set their day off on the right foot? I wanted to talk about a poem that you shared on your IG story today, and it's called Be Rooted. I'm going to read a little bit of it, or maybe you want to read a little bit of it.
I was going to say, girl, you might as well just have me on there reading it now. You know, I got it in my hand. So
your book is called Brown Butter. It's the Brown Butter book.
My book is called Brown Butter. It has 6 chapters. Each chapter is a little different. There's a chapter with affirmations. There's short poems, long poems, chapters dedicated to your light and your power, chapter dedicated to my father and like going through the grieving process. So it's a book with a bunch of different things. The poem that I posted today is called Be Rooted. Also, the poems in the book have like different shapes and stuff just based on the wording. Just like I said before, I like to create. So I kind of wanted it to be different. And kind of just not even overthink it, just do what I felt and trusting that. So yeah, Be Rooted. This is how it goes. It says, ground yourself. Be rooted in everything you are. Trust more, worry less, let go. Allow your reach to be never ending. Always look forward to the light. If you can't find it, be love. And remember, as long as you have breath, breathe.
Mm,
So,
I love
thank
it.
you. Thanks. That's Be Rooted. Did you have a question?
So when you're saying trust more and worry less, is that more so about like our thoughts and like if we have limiting beliefs to just trust, like
So
trust
this poem,
ourselves?
yeah, trust more, worry less. This was literally just something I wrote to myself. Like a lot of poems, I'm just like writing like me to me. Like, what would I say to myself right now? Trust more, worry less. It's about trusting yourself, trusting your dreams, trusting your goals, trusting your intentions, trusting God. Trusting that life is gonna pan it out for you. And
Mm,
worrying less is just kind of like not allowing the outside world to infiltrate that calmness and that that trust in yourself. Because at the end of the day, all we can control is ourselves and what's inside of us. I can't control what's happening outside. I can't control the virus. I can't control, if someone's, just nothing. I can't control it. So why even, I can't stress about it. I might
yeah.
as well just keep my peace and keep my calm and focus my energy where I can control things.
I love that because especially right now with this pandemic going on, there's a lot of us who are just, we're going to sleep worried. We're going to sleep thinking about, how many deaths there are. We're going to sleep just, just filled with worry and anxiety. And then we're waking up and we're carrying that anxiety into our next day. So how do we have a productive morning where we're releasing that anxiety? Like, what are some things that you do when you wake up in the morning?
Main thing that I do when I wake up in the morning is I pray. I thank God
That's
for the
good.
new day. I start to kind of give gratitude for me being alive, me being able to breathe, me being able to see, me being able to hear the birds, me being able to see the sunshine coming my window. Like all these things I feel like are blessings. I do my best to focus on the abundance that's right here in front of me. And not to, take certain things for granted. The ability to sit up, for example, or the ability to stand, the ability to walk, the ability to go to the bathroom, I have a shower, I have a bed, all these
Yeah.
things. I keep in my mind, and I'm like constantly giving gratitude for that.
So you would say the first thing is just kind of choosing,
Giving gratitude.
giving
Yeah.
gratitude for the things that you being alive.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm alive. You know what? Like, what else can I do? I'm here.
Hmm.
And that's the biggest blessing because each day is filled with, it's like a blank canvas. I can create it.
Yep.
And I think that's so exciting.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so the first thing is choosing gratitude. I find that that's helpful for me too when I start my day with just what I'm thankful for. I start my day also just like reading the Bible and journaling. So those are two things that we have in common with our days. Okay, so
Yes.
what's next? We got the
Okay, so yeah, I
gratitude.
pray first and then I
Oh,
journal.
you pray and then
Yeah,
you
so I
journal. Okay.
pray, I journal, and then after I journal, I read the Bible, and then sometimes I'll write down a Bible verse from what I read. And then in my journal, basically, yeah, just like giving gratitude and like talking about how my day is going to be. So I say, today is a blessed day. Today is abundant. This is what happened. Like write out how I want my day to be. These are my intentions. This is what's going to happen. Like I just write down the things that I don't know.
That you want to happen in your day.
Yeah.
Like if you're looking forward to like new clients coming, you're like,
Yeah. So I
today.
like to write down in my journal things that I want to happen in the day. Thank you for me selling a book today. Thank you for me selling a few books today. Thank you for, today being abundant. I walk down the street and I pass $1. Like just like certain
Oh,
things,
okay.
just like
Or
everything
today
I kind
being
of
productive, just
being
today
productive,
me.
being,
Yeah.
abundant, being even compassionate, forgiving, let it be an expressive day. I say that to myself sometimes because sometimes I could hold myself back or second guess posting or something like that. So I'm like, no, let me just express, let me let it out because I don't know who it's for.
Hmm.
And so I think that, yeah, so I wake up, I pray, I journal, I read the Bible, write down a Bible verse, and then I stretch. And that's kind of like my whole routine. I make some coffee too in there. Have
Gotta have
my
that coffee.
I
Same.
did take a break from coffee. I had like tea these past few days because I wasn't trying to go to the store and get milk. But yeah, I do usually have something hot in the morning.
I love that. So affirmations, prayer, journaling, set your intentions. And I like the intention parts and the affirmations parts because sometimes we have like limiting beliefs that we're telling ourselves. And so when we're talking, doing the different affirmations, that's kind of helping us reset those beliefs.
Right. Exactly. That's all you're doing. You're literally programming your mind to get used to thinking good things, because our mind is used to just consuming everything that's around us, and everything that's around us isn't always positive, especially on social media, everything that's happening with the thing that's happening, I don't even like saying the word.
Same. So
But
you
like,
actually created a podcast that's
yeah,
just filled with positive affirmations.
I sure did. It's for About a Self, my platform, which is basically a platform for uplifting self-talk and our vibes. And so each week I'm dropping an episode every Sunday with affirmations on a certain topic, whether it's self-love, self-trust, self-worth, self-peace, all these things. So yeah, I just want to be able to put that energy out there and have people feel calm and positive, because when we're at a state of peace and calm, that's when we're most powerful. That's when we can receive things. But if our mind is constantly going, then how can something else get in there if there's like so many thoughts and clutter up there?
I absolutely agree. And this week's, like, I've started stretching more. I like to move my body. It feels good to move my body. It's part of my morning routine as well. Yeah, we did some yoga this morning, actually.
Hey, yoga bae.
Yeah. So yeah, I loved your podcast from this week. It was just talking about like, I'm worthy. That was kind of like the main theme that I kind of picked up. And I like that, because sometimes if we don't feel like we're worthy for things, then we won't take like certain actions.
Exactly. These like, let me just be real. Every affirmation and stuff that I write, these are things that I'm saying to myself. I'm not sitting here telling people, do this, say this. I am, but at the same time, this is me talking to me like, yo, girl, you need to act like you got some worth, like you need to act like you believe in yourself, girl. How you just kind of hyping myself up and making sure that I keep my intentions aligned with my purpose and the things that I want to happen versus not what I don't want to happen, and just, I feel like, yeah, I'm just believing in yourself. If you don't believe in you, how are you going to do it? If you don't believe in you, who's going to believe in you?
It's true. I think that when you do have that self-belief, or just have positive affirmation of believing that you are worthy, you walk into a room different. Like, people approach you and look at you differently, because that's what's happening in your brain. You're thinking
the energy.
about those
Our
things.
mind, we're literally putting the frequency out. Like, that's all. Like, not to get too technical, but literally our minds are antennas. Like, we're receiving things constantly. And so if our mind is like a radio or an antenna, that means that we can channel our frequency to whatever we want. And so if my frequency is on receiving abundance and stuff like that, then that's what's going to come. But if my mind is like thinking about, things that like worrying thoughts or whatever like that, then that's the things I'm going to start feeling. That's what maybe I'll start attracting, so it's like, I've seen what I attract and how quickly I can attract things. So I have to be mindful of just making sure the things that I attract are things that I want and desire.
I love that. And that's why it's important to have this morning routine, because if you're waking up, if you don't have that routine and then you're waking up with anxiety, you're thinking about all the bad news, everything that's bad in the world. Now you're just carrying that throughout your day. Yeah, same. Now you're just carrying that throughout your day.
That's another thing. I feel like you can't be consuming everything.
Yeah, you can't consume
everything. I know, like, there's this, like, you got to stay in the loop, I guess.
I think I'll stay in the loop because what I see. And people will tell you, like, if it's super important, I feel like the message will get to me somehow.
Yeah. But, yeah, I can't. Yeah. It's just too much, because I know how powerful my mind is. And if I can't just let everything up there. Because at the end of the day, I'm creating as I go. Like, every thought is creating something. So I have to make sure that I have thoughts in my mind of things that I want and create.
I love that.
Yeah.
So okay, that was a powerful way to start your morning. A lot of the things that you do, I also do. And then I also found that I'm more productive in the morning. So after my morning routine is done, like, if I could find like 90 minutes or even a little bit longer than 90 minutes to just focus on my most important tasks, like, it just feels so good to get them done.
Having like priority things are important. Even if it's just like one thing that you're just like, okay, I did it. I think that's important. But also there's days when you don't have to do it. You can just have your morning routine and just chill out and relax and like rest. I think that's even though I haven't really, when was the last time I did that?
Right. I'm like, girl, I don't be doing that. But after my morning routine, I just get to my computer. Yeah. I'm just like, what are my top things I have to complete? And then if I get those top things done, motivated, girl. That's good.
You be busting out videos, 3 videos a day. I'm like, dang. I only had a cup of coffee.
Stop. Yeah, I try to keep like, my most important things in my mind when I start my day. So if I can get those done, then the rest of the day I can like, relax. I can do what I want because those main tasks are done.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely appreciate you coming here and sharing your morning routine. You said you have a new poem coming out soon.
I do. I have a poem. It's called Wealth Within.
Ooh,
And
say it again. Say it again.
wealth within, girl,
That's the
So it's
wealth
basically just a
within.
poem about the wealth we have within ourselves. And it's a fun poem. It's upbeat. It's a little different. Got a little flow. So I'm excited to put it out. I know it's gonna be a little different than what I usually put out. So yeah,
I
it's
love
just
that.
new beginnings. That's all.
New beginnings. The wealth
Yeah.
within. I even love that title. But
Yay.
sometimes we're so used to just searching for wealth from the outside things. But like sometimes those outside things don't give you that peace, that calmness, that joy. And we
No.
can't just be looking for that validation from the outside. So
Yeah.
I love it already. I hadn't even heard it, but I love the title.
Yeah. National Poetry Month. Get ready.
Love it. And where can people go to purchase your book or listen to your podcast?
No, everything is on my website, melchante.com. You can also follow me on Instagram. The link's in my bio. My poetry is available on all music streaming platforms. So if you just want to listen to some poetry, throw on some Mel Chant. And yeah, follow About Herself on Instagram and listen to our podcast on SoundCloud.
Okay, final thing. If there's somebody here that they have this vision for their life, but they're like you said, they're afraid, they have a lot of worry, they don't know if they can actually even reach that vision. What's the message that you could say to them?
If not now, when? I don't know. I just feel like what really motivates me is the fact that I'm not going to live forever. We're not going to live forever. So why not? That's always the question I got to ask myself. Like, why not? Why shouldn't I just put this out right now? Who's to say tomorrow is guaranteed? At the end of the day, if I put this out there, at least the world will have it left of me. And so I kind of like see that. I don't know if that sounds like whatever, but like, that's kind of how I view things, especially after Dad. I just saw how motivated he was and how like
towards the end, yep.
He didn't get to finish it, so it's just like, this moment, this time right now is it's so vital. It's literally here. This is all that there is, this moment right here. And so just making sure you focus on, just you and not making it about everyone else. Cause I feel like sometimes things that hold us back, it's like, what are people going to think? Is this going to get that many likes? But it's just like, nah. At the end of the day, even if you inspire just one person, that's one person, and that one person has their one world, and that one world can expand into a bunch of worlds because they're connected to so many people. So just kind of like seeing it not about you and just seeing it as like, okay, this is my gift. This is the idea that God gave me. Let me put it out there and manifest whatever God wants me to manifest.
I love it. I absolutely agree, and I believe it's true. We got to put it out there. We can't be so worried about other people.
No.
Thank you so much, Mel. Appreciate you for being here today.
Thanks, girl. Thanks for scheduling me. No, this is cool, though. I appreciate it.
Yes.
I knew you was going to put some makeup on, so I had to wake up and put some makeup on. I was like, I already know she's about to be on here glammed up, so.
I'm filming a bunch of videos today, so I was like, I got to put my makeup on. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really hope you got something valuable from this video. Make sure you follow Melissa. Make sure you listen to her latest podcast. Make sure you purchase her book if you're interested in purchasing. And until next time, I'm Candice Latham, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. If you found this video helpful, make sure you share it with a friend, a family member, somebody who, might be struggling with anxiety at this time or productivity during this time. Make sure you share this video with them so that they don't miss out on these gems as well.